The origin of language is a profound puzzle, one that has intrigued scientists, historians, and philosophers for centuries. It is a puzzle that sits at the heart of what it means to be human, defining our ability to share ideas, emotions, and knowledge. How did we develop this ability to communicate complex thoughts and abstract concepts? How did our ancestors first begin to use sounds and symbols to convey meaning? How did we go from grunts and gestures to poetry and prose, from simple marks on a cave wall to the rich tapestry of languages we have today? The answers lie buried in the depths of our evolutionary past, waiting to be uncovered by those who seek to understand our origins. Scientists search for clues in fossils, genes, and even animal behavior, piecing together the story of how language evolved. Every whisper of evidence, every fragment of bone or gene brings us closer to understanding this remarkable human trait. The story of language is a story of our own emergence as a species capable of thought, culture, and connection on a scale unlike any other on Earth. It is a testament to our unique ability to create and share meaning. The quest to understand the origin of language is a journey through time, a journey that spans millions of years and countless generations. It is a journey that takes us back to the very beginnings of humanity, to the dawn of our species, and the first sparks of communication. It is a journey that forces us to confront fundamental questions about our place in the universe, about what it means to be human, and about the power of language to shape our world. Imagine a world without words, a world where communication is limited to gestures, facial expressions, and simple sounds. This was the world of our early ancestors, a world teeming with life but devoid of spoken language as we know it. Millions of years ago, hominins, our ancient relatives, roamed the earth. They were the pioneers of human evolution, adapting to diverse environments and developing new survival strategies. These early humans, like Australopithecus, probably communicated much like chimpanzees do today, through a combination of calls, gestures, and facial expressions. Their interactions were rich in nonverbal cues, essential for their survival. However, as evolution progressed, so did our ancestors' brains and bodies. The gradual increase in brain size and complexity allowed for more advanced cognitive functions. Homo erectus, with its larger brain and upright posture, emerged on the scene around 1.8 million years ago. This species marked a significant leap in our evolutionary journey. This change in anatomy, particularly the shape of the skull and vocal tract, may have paved the way for more sophisticated vocalizations. The ability to produce a wider range of sounds was a crucial step towards the development of language. The development of tool use and social structures also likely played a role. As early humans began to create and use tools, they needed to communicate more effectively to share knowledge and skills. As hominins began to cooperate in more complex ways, the need for more sophisticated communication became increasingly important. Social interactions grew more intricate, requiring a more nuanced form of expression. Language, it seems, was not a sudden invention, but rather the culmination of millions of years of gradual development. It evolved alongside our ancestors, shaping and being shaped by their experiences and interactions. In the 20th century, a revolutionary idea emerged from the mind of linguist Noam Chomsky. Chomsky argued that humans possess an innate ability to learn language. He called this the language acquisition device, or LAD. According to Chomsky, this innate ability is hardwired into our brains, a product of our evolutionary heritage. Chomsky's theory, known as universal grammar, suggests that all languages share a common underlying structure. This structure, he argues, is what allows children to learn their native languages so effortlessly. Babies, Chomsky observed, don't simply mimic the sounds they hear. They actively deduce grammatical rules and create new sentences. This inherent ability to learn language, Chomsky argues, is a defining characteristic of our species. It is what sets us apart from even our closest primate relatives and allows us to communicate with a complexity and nuance unmatched in the animal kingdom. The question of how language arose has sparked a great debate among scientists. This debate is not just academic. It touches on the very essence of what it means to be human. Language is a defining characteristic of our species, and understanding its origins can provide profound insights into our cognitive development and social evolution. Some, like Chomsky, believe that language emerged relatively suddenly in a single evolutionary leap, perhaps as recently as 100,000 years ago. This theory posits that a genetic mutation or a sudden brain reorganization could have triggered this monumental change, giving rise to complex language almost overnight. This discontinuity theory suggests a profound shift in our cognitive abilities, a great leap forward that set the stage for modern human culture. It implies that once this leap occurred, it paved the way for the rapid development of art, religion, and advanced tools, fundamentally transforming human societies. Others subscribe to a more gradual view of language evolution, often called continuity theory. This perspective argues that language developed incrementally over millions of years, with each step building on the previous one. They argue that language emerged slowly, building upon the communication systems of our primate ancestors. This theory suggests that early hominids used a combination of vocalizations, gestures, and facial expressions to communicate, gradually evolving these systems into the complex languages we use today. This camp points to the complex vocalizations of some birds and the gestural communication of chimpanzees as evidence for the building blocks of language existing in other species. They believe that these forms of communication represent the early stages of language evolution, providing a foundation upon which human language was built. The debate is far from settled. Both sides present compelling arguments, and the lack of definitive evidence makes it difficult to draw firm conclusions. Fossil evidence is scarce, and reconstructing the soft tissues of the vocal tract is a challenge. This makes it hard to determine exactly when and how language capabilities developed in our ancestors. Yet the search for answers continues, driven by our innate curiosity about who we are and where we came from. As new discoveries are made and technologies advance, we may one day uncover the secrets of our linguistic past, shedding light on one of the most fascinating aspects of human evolution. Section 5. A Babel of Tongues: How Languages Evolve. Today, over 7,000 languages are spoken across the globe. Each one is a testament to the adaptability and creativity of the human mind. But how did such a diversity of languages arise? The answer lies in the interplay of language, culture, and geography. As humans migrated and formed separate communities, their languages diverged. New words were invented, pronunciations shifted, and grammatical structures evolved. Isolation often led to greater linguistic diversity, while contact between groups could result in the blending of languages or the emergence of new ones. The study of language families allows linguists to trace these linguistic lineages back through time, piecing together the history of human migration and cultural exchange. Language, in this sense, becomes a powerful tool for understanding our collective past. Section 6. Talking Apes: Comparing Communication Systems. To truly grasp the uniqueness of human language, we must compare it to the communication systems of other animals. While many species communicate through vocalizations, gestures, and even sense, none achieve the complexity and flexibility of human language. Take, for example, the vocalizations of chimpanzees. While chimps have a repertoire of calls for different situations, such as warning calls for predators, these calls are largely involuntary and lack the ability to combine into novel meanings. Even more intriguing are the cases of apes who have been taught to communicate using sign language or lexicograms. While these studies demonstrate the impressive cognitive abilities of our primate cousins, they also highlight the limitations of their communication systems compared to the boundless expressiveness of human language. Section 7. Unlocking the Secrets of Human Language. The search for the origin of language is not just an academic pursuit. It has profound implications for understanding the human mind, our capacity for learning, and the very nature of consciousness. By studying the brains of humans and other animals, researchers are beginning to unravel the neural mechanisms that underpin language processing. Advances in genetics are shedding light on the evolutionary history of genes involved in speech and language development. As our understanding of language grows, so too does our ability to address speech and language disorders, develop artificial intelligence, and break down communication barriers between cultures. Section 8. The Enduring Quest to Decipher Our Past. The origin of language remains one of the most captivating mysteries in science. While we may never know the exact moment when our ancestors uttered the first words, the pursuit of this knowledge continues to drive our curiosity and shape our understanding of what it means to be human. Each new discovery, each piece of the puzzle, brings us closer to understanding this defining characteristic of our species. The journey itself is a testament to the power of human curiosity, our relentless drive to explore the unknown and unravel the secrets of our past. As we continue to probe the depths of our evolutionary history, we gain a deeper appreciation for the extraordinary gift of language and its profound impact on our lives and our world.